Boise State must have forgot how to play football from the end of the first quarter to the end of the game. I wasn't even going to do a daggone reaction to this game, but I feel compelled to simply because it was a blowout, simply because Boise State was a playoff team last year, and simply because they came into this game ranked in the top 25. So I feel compelled to do a reaction to this so-called football game, which ended up being a blowout, 34-7. Boise State, excuse me, Boise State scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Didn't score again. UCF scored 34 points through three quarters. They couldn't even USF scored 34 points through three quarters. They couldn't even pick up a daggone first down, in the first quarter. They got a first down the last play of the first quarter, which led to 3 points. But anyway, this was a blowout. This just lets me know that preseason rankings don't mean a hill of beans. They need to do away with them. Boise State came into this game ranked number 25. They won't be anymore. They gone. I'm not saying that Boise State won't wind up being a playoff team like they was last season, but I seriously doubt it. Looking at this game or going by this game, now USF looked to be a pretty good team. And I think they're going to be a pretty good team. Will they be a playoff team? Will they be the group of 5 team that gets in the playoff? Maybe, maybe not. But they look damn good tonight through three quarters. I love what I seen out their quarterback. Last year, he played against Alabama. They could have won if he was connecting on his throws, but he was overthrowing wide open wide receivers against Alabama. Well, he didn't do that tonight. This man had one bad overthrow. He played pretty good in the passing game and the run game. Excellent. Excellent. But these Boise State Broncos or whatever they call, they look like trash. I mean trash. And guess what? That further lets me know last season's Boise State's playoff team was all Ashton Gente. That's all it was. They got the same quarterback that they had last season, and he looked like straight freaking trash. I mean, straight a bag of ass. That's what he looked like. I mean, it was bad. Maddox Mason. But he did throw for 223 yards and a touchdown. It don't matter. He still looked like trash. This man in the fourth quarter, it's a fourth down play. And guess what he do? Just drop the freaking ball. That sums it up in a nutshell how he played. He just simply dropped the freaking ball. Nobody around him. And South Florida jump on the daggone ball. I think that led to a field goal. Man, it was a shame, man. But USF put belt to ass. That's all I know. They took him to the woodshed or took him behind the woodshed and beat their ass. But anyway, freaking Boise State making critical penalties. It's third down. Basically, they sacked the quarterback, basically. Guess what the guy do? They stopped him. Okay. Boise State stopped USF on third down. Okay, what do? They throw the quarterback to the ground, get a 15-yard penalty, first down for USF. What happened? The same guy that threw the quarterback down, he got trucked by the quarterback the very next play. And they went on to score a touchdown. Make it make sense. How you going to try to bully the quarterback and then on the very next play, the quarterback run you over? And matter of fact, I know on one rushing touchdown by the quarterback, what did he do? And probably at the 1 yard line across the end zone, he hit another guy and ran him over. That just shows you how tough this Boise State defense is. The quarterback running over their ass. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. And they had several critical penalties in the game that gave that extended the drive for USF. Crazy. Makes no sense. You definitely won't be a playoff team that way. You got to have more discipline, Boise State. All right. But anyway, it was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. What else? What else about you, Boise State? Everything was bad on their part from the first quarter to the end of the daggone game. It makes no daggone sense. But for South Florida, Tennessee transfer quarterback, Chaz, what's his name? Chaz Nimrod, he showed out tonight. He had some big catches, man. He had some big catches. I like what I seen out of Chaz Nimrod. So shout out to him. Shout out for transferring to USF where he can get some playing time. And he showed out tonight. He didn't have 100 yards receiving. He had 90-something yards receiving. But I like what I seen out of him tonight. He kind of showed out, man. USF, I keep saying UCF, but South Florida got off to a rough start. Like I said, man, they couldn't do nothing in the first quarter. I think the first 2 or 3 plays was the same freaking play. But after the first quarter, man, they put everything together, start moving the ball, and Boise State could not stop them. Could not stop them. Boise State, I don't know what the hell your game plan was after the first quarter. The first quarter, you did all right. But after that, you were stuck. These running backs for Boise State, they ain't it. Not it. For Boise State, they running backs, 9 carries, 44 yards. That's Gaines. Gaines is, I think he's a freshman, but he's a big guy. But matter of fact, I think he was the one that scored the touchdown. I'm not really sure. No, he didn't score a touchdown. Maddox Matson, the quarterback, scored the touchdown. But Gaines, you're not it right now. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for the big boys. And then quarterback got 31 yards rushing. But this rushing game, it's not there. It wasn't tonight. I know this the first game. They might get better. But tonight, it was not there. 1-0 there for South Florida. For Boise State, really. Your leading receiver, 58 yards. Not good. But anyway, hey, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Maddox Matson connected with Chris Marshall for the touchdown. That's what happened. Yeah. It's like a 8-yard touchdown or some shit like that. But anyway, other than that, that's the only real highlight of Boise State in a damn way. But South Florida, several highlights. Especially when the quarterback ran over that daggone, I think he was a defensive back, ran his ass, slapped the fuck over. And I loved every damn. I love that. But anyway, Chris Nimrod, like I said, 96 yards on 3 catches. Yes, sir. I like that. But anyway, you had Keyshawn Singleton, 5 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. You had who else? Byron Brown, that's the quarterback. He ran for 2 touchdowns. Yes, sir. But anyway, hey, it is what it is. I guess it's the backup quarterback, Hewlett. He even threw a touchdown. But I like what I seen out of South Florida. Boise State, you're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. You ain't what you were last year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't think you're gonna be no playoff team. You got to pull a rabbit out the hat. I'm gonna tell you right now. But South Florida, they got a tough game coming up next week now. Now they got to play Miami next week. Now if they come out and show out against Miami, I give them a real chance in that game. But we're gonna see what Miami is all about this weekend against Notre Dame. Don't come out looking like trash, Miami, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Miami, South Florida got to play them Florida Gators. I bet you they looking at I bet they looking at USF like, what the hell? We got to play these boys. So you better have your game plan ready. You better be able to execute. This defense for South Florida, it look good. I know playing Miami and the Florida Gators is on another level than Boise State. I know that. But this, you better have your daggone you better have your I's dotted and your T's crossed when you come across this South Florida team, especially if they play like they played tonight. I'm going to tell you that right now. Even if they play like they played tonight, I'm not saying that they'll beat Miami or daggone the Florida Gators, but it'll be a damn game. I tell you that right now. But South Florida looked good tonight, man. I was surprised myself. But hey, shit happens. First game, you don't know what you got. But I tell you what, South Florida know what they got. Boise State know what they don't have. I can tell you that right now. And they ain't got no running game. Nope. They definitely ain't got a running game. Because I ain't even looked at Boise State schedule. But they ain't got no running game. I can tell you that right now. Ashton Gente, he ain't walking through that door. He in the NFL doing bigger and better things. So y'all better get y'all shit together, Boise State, because you look mighty ugly. Mighty ugly. But I don't see really, Boise State got Notre Dame. You got to play Notre Dame. That's your biggest test. So your season might be all right. You might can go 10-2. I don't know. The way you look tonight, I don't think so. You got to improve, man. Your quarterback got to improve. I mean, Jesus, man. Jesus. But hey, it is what it is, man. Just go back to the drawing board. Come back next week. Try it again. You got Eastern Washington next week. You should be able to beat them. But for South Florida, man, they got a tough test going up against Miami next week. We'll see how they look against them. But if South Florida beat Miami, you better look out. I'm going to tell you that right now. You better look out. I know Miami might say, oh, we're going to beat the brakes off them. Well, you might. But I bet you looking at them in a different light right now. Because South Florida look good tonight. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, let me go ahead and get out of here. I want to watch this daggone Nebraska game. So y'all tell me what y'all think about South Florida. Matter of fact, also tell me what you think about Boise State. But anyway, y'all take it easy, man. And Saturday, it's on and popping. Roll Tide.